Hello students, welcome to all of you. This is video for your maths subject and the chapter is chapter 7. Name of the chapter is factors and multiples. Students, today I'm going to start this chapter and in your UT second chapter 7 as well as the previous chapter 4 which we have studied. So these two chapters are coming, chapter 4 and 7. So now let us start this chapter, factors and multiples. So first of all students, this is a introductory video in which I'm going to give you introduction of this chapter, the basic keywords, what are factors, what are multiples, then what are prime numbers and composite numbers, what are co-prime numbers, what are twin prime numbers. Yes sir, I'm going to all these things in this video. Okay, so do watch this video very carefully, very with a great focus so that you can understand what the different terms means. Okay, so now let us start. First of all, let us understand what is the factor. Okay, so a factor is a number that is multiplied by another number to name a product. For example, if I'm multiplying 2 to 3, so I have got 6. 2 3s are 6. So we can say that 2 and 3 are the factors of 6. For example, I am multiplying 1 to 5. So I have got 5. So I can say that 1 and 5 is 1 and 5 are the factors of 5. Fine. For example, 4 into 3 is 12. So we can say 4 and 3 are the factors of 12. Okay. Now let us talk about the multiples. A multiple of a number is product of that number with a counting number. Okay, with a counting number. For example, the multiples of 3 are 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, and so on. So in a simple way you can say that multiples are the number which comes in the table of that particular number. For example, as you can see here, that this is the table of 3. Look at this, 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are 6, 3 threes are 9, 3 fours are 12, and so on. So multiples are the number which comes in the table of that number. In the same way, if I ask you what is the multiple of 5, multiple of 5s are 5, then 10, then 15, then 20, then 25, then 30, okay, and so on. So the multiples of 5 are these numbers. Okay, so I hope that you have got an idea that what are the factors and what are the multiples. Okay students, now let's talk about prime and composite numbers. What are prime numbers? Prime numbers is any whole number greater than 1 that has exactly two factors, 1 and itself. So what is a prime number? Basically, a prime number is a number which is greater than 0, which is greater than 0 and which has two factors, 1 and the number itself. Okay, in another way we can say that prime numbers are the numbers which cannot be divided by any number except 1 and itself. For example, let's talk about the 13. Okay, so 13 is a prime number because we cannot divide 13 by any number except 1. We can just divide 13 by 1 or by 13 itself. Okay, so students, prime numbers are the numbers which are more than 1 and has only two factors, 1 and the number itself. For example, 5. Now what are the factors of 5? 5 into 1. What are the factors of 13? 13 into 1. What are the factors of 19? 19 and 1. So we can say that 5, 13 and 29 are the prime numbers. The prime numbers less than 100 are. Now here is a list, prime numbers from 1 to 100, between 1 to 100, and these prime numbers are 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, then 19, 23, 29, 31, 37, 41, 43, 47, 53, 61, 67, 71, 73, 79, 83, 89, and 97. These are the prime numbers between 1 and 100. Okay. Now, what is composite number? Any whole number which is not prime number is called a composite number. This is very simple. Any whole number which is not a prime number, okay, that number is called composite number. For example, as you can see, 1 is not there in this list. 1 is not there. So, 1 is not a prime number. Then 1 is a composite number. Okay. Then 4 is not there in this list. 4 is not there, so 4 is a composite number. Okay, now let's talk about the co-prime numbers. So two natural numbers which have only one as their common factor are called co-prime numbers. For example, 3 and 4. So two natural numbers which have only one as their common factor. For example, let's talk about the 3. So the factor of 3 is 1 and 3. 1 into 3, okay. And the factor of 4 is, let's say, 1 and 2 and 4. Okay, 1 and 2 and 4. These are the factors of 4. And 1 and 3 are the factors of 3. As you can see, what is the common factor among them? Only one is only one is there, which is the common factor. Okay, 1 here in this and this also. So we can say that 3 and 4 are the co-prime numbers. Twin prime numbers. Prime numbers that differ by 2 are twin prime numbers. For example, 3 and 5. As you can see, 3 and 5 both are prime numbers. As you can see that 3 and 5 both are there in this list. Both are prime numbers. And the difference of 5 and 3 is 2. Okay, so these two numbers are twin prime numbers. Fine. Now there are some important points which we have to understand. Important properties of factors and multiples. So number one property is every number is a multiple of itself. For example, 5. So 5 is a multiple of 5 because as I have told you, multiple of the first multiple of 5 is 5 itself, then 10, then okay, 15 and so on. So every number is a multiple of itself. Second, every number is a multiple of 1. Every number is a multiple of 1. Then third, 1 is a factor of every number. So as you can see that 1 is a factor of every number and it is also the smallest factor of a number. Fourth, every number other than 0 is a factor of itself. Okay. It is also the greatest factor of the number. So there are 2 points which is very important, that 1 is the factor of every number and the number itself is a factor of every number. For example, let's talk about 13. No, let's talk about now 15. Okay, so what are the factors of 15? Factors of 15 are all those number which can be divided, which can divide 15. So 1, okay, then 3, then 5 and 15. These are the factors of 15. Okay, now as you can see, 1 is there and 15 is there. That's what I was telling, that 1 is a factor of every number and the number itself is the factor of every number. Okay, and 1 is the smallest factor and 15 is the greatest factor. Now point 5, there is no limit to the number of multiples of a number. In other words, number can have infinite number of multiples. So factors are limited but multiples are unlimited, because if I say what are the factors of 5, so 5 ones are 5, 5 2s are 10, 5 3s are 15, 5 4s are 20 and so on, 5 10s are 50, 5 11s are 55, 5 12s are 60 and so on. So multiples are unlimited. Okay. Question 6, sorry, point 6, the factor of a number is less than or equal to the to that number. Factor of a number is less than or equal to that number. So factors are always less than that number. They can never be greater than that number. They can either less or equal to that number. For example, if we talk about 15, factors of 15, so 1, 3, 5 and 15s are the factors. So all the numbers are either less than or 15, which is equal to 15, but there is no number which is more than 15. So this is the point number 6. Now point 7 says every multiple of a number is greater than or equal to that number. Every multiple is either equal or the greater than that number. For example, multiple of 5, 5, this first multiple is greater than the is equal equal to this number, then all the other multiples are greater than this number. Okay, so these are the some points which you have to keep in mind. Now there is an activity which you have to do in your book. This activity you have to do in your book, and what you have to do, you have to circle all the prime numbers. Okay, these are the numbers from 1 to 100. So what you have to do, you have to circle on to the prime numbers as for example, first prime number is 2, so circle 2, then circle 3, and all the prime numbers you have to circle, and you have to cross to every composite number. So you have to cross every composite number and circle every prime number. This you have to do in this activity. Okay, so this is all for today. I'll meet you in the next video. This is your homework. Thank you everyone.